y'all, CV. So I decided to record my video because the live stream kind of took a dive. So here we are in traffic. We had a car accident, 3-car banger, and then 1 car on the side. Now we're up to this, and I don't know what to tell you about this. This is gonna be a while. This told my wife I'd be gone an hour, running over to the doctor real quick for something real quick, some labs, and boom. And this is just gonna, I don't know. This is unheard of. Traffic. And my buddy who's a trucker there, his name is Chava, we were talking, and he says, no, he goes, there's traffic. And he told me in Spanish, ya hay tráfico. He says, now there's traffic. I'm like, and he's lived there about as long as we have, and I was like, wow, man. Yeah, I guess we just have more people here. So off to the, what we have here we have orchards, lots of orchards. These are walnut trees right here, I believe. These are abandoned walnut trees. In other words, they're just gonna produce their fruit on their own, and they're state owned because this land, you can't really see the land ahead of us because we got traffic. But the land ahead of us, and then you can see on the other side, there's just fields, but you can't really see that far. All you can see is traffic. Man, we got traffic. You talking about traffic? Like Allen Iverson. Traffic. You talking about traffic? In his case, he was talking about practice. When Larry Brown got on his butt about practice. Well, I don't know if I should move over so you can at least get a better view than me stuck in this canyon behind all these semi-trucks. That's where we are. So I believe this land to the right of me was all bought up by the state of California because of the road work they're doing up ahead here. I don't know if you can see it. Somewhere over there, you can see the new construction, the highway overpass. That's going to be the I think it's going to be the online and the on and off ramp. So you will go over it from old 99 and then go over it and then connect to the 99 on this side, the right hand where I am, or you get off and then you wiggle over and then you come over and back onto old 99, which I really miss my exit. It was my preferred exit when I was downtown, which we call the west side of Tulare. It was my preferred exit. If I was on that side, it was my preferred entrance and exit because it took me into my bank and even where I work. The office is near that area, so it's more convenient. Instead of getting off, it was just more convenient, to be honest with you. Let me see if I can move over real quick so I can get you guys a better view. Just to get the better view so you can see here. So these fields are all abandoned now. I believe so. I don't think we're going to see any growth here, any what do you call it? Anybody maintaining them and stuff like that. That's just not going to happen, and those days are over. Look at this. They got the arrow going over here. So I love the way they did this, man. I move over and then they got the damn arrow down to 1 lane. So this is the construction. This is Caltrans' beautiful work right here. But hey, like I was telling my brother in North Carolina, I said, don't you wish you had Caltrans? Then he said, dude, roads out here in North Carolina where he lives, he goes, he says, they remind us of the roads that when we visited our grandmother. He says, you run out, there is no road. It's just whatever it's at. So all of this has now been, this is an on-ramp right here, see? So Caltrans, State of California came in and bought all this. I don't know if they bought this one to my extreme right hand, but they have bought a lot. And they'll buy it up, fair market value, you're talking California prices, and they'll give you your dollars. They'll give you an offer, then they'll give you a second offer, maybe a little bit more. Then they'll say, well, this is our final offer, and we're moving in. I'm gonna throw your butt right off. That's it. It's eminent domain, baby. It's in the Constitution, so I don't want to hear any whining from anybody in the comments. If you don't like the Constitution, then go back to England. That's where our Constitution roots are, based on the English common law, right? So all of this, so here you can see right here, they're knocking down the old orchard that was there, because the state of California bought all this, so they're legally the owners of all this, and they got this construction. So this is what I got to deal with. Had I known this is what I had to deal with, I wouldn't have taken Highway 99. Now that I know this is what we got to deal with, they're just barely laying the trussels here, man. The beams. You can see, man. Hopefully it opens up, but I don't think it's going to open up for a while, because there's even more construction up ahead. Look at all these girders. At least it's being built here, right? But I hear portions of it are being imported from China, because we don't have that. Look at all the ones that used to be orchards. So all the orchards go down as California owns this now. So they're like, what do we need that crap for? We're not here to maintain. We're not farmers. So they've ripped them all out. The farmer that used to own this, probably an old guy, old Anglo farmer probably. He's gone. If he's not gone, his kids sold it off, cashed in. Now that sign right there. So during the campaigns, Devin Nunes' sign was up there, pretty much embarrassing him, and these fools would block it with some freaking cotton truck. Looks like there's some construction going on, but all this is gone. I think that, yeah, this is all gone. If they left a piece, I'm amazed, because this is further construction up ahead here. Excuse me. So you can see the construction here. Looks like this is going to be a physical off-ramp. I don't know if those people were allowed to keep that little sliver of land. When the state's all said and done, we'll see. When I remember driving over there, it would look pretty cut off to me. The Caltrans workers. Now, what are they doing over here? I'm going to find out. Look at these mountains, man. Those are called ponding basins. I don't know if you saw a big hole in the ground. So what we do here in this part of California, because I know we don't do it in other, I know I rarely saw it in Los Angeles, but what we do is ponding basins, recharge basins. So water gets in there, it pretty much loads up. Oh, this is what we have here. What the fudge? Wow, look at that. Yeah, man. Nice freaking truck here. Hey, man, fuck you. Sorry, man, for the bad language. These fools here, Caltrans lost one of their trucks. One of their trucks flipped over on their construction site. We got it all on video, man. You know, little known fact, I used to be a Highway Patrol explorer like a million years ago. I was a young kid, and I remember working with the Caltrans and these guys, and yeah, Caltrans, you know, they're not the smartest, they're not the sharpest tools in the shed, or the best apples in the bunch, you know. I know the Highway Patrol had its characters too. So, but at least you know there's work going on. That's what I tell people. At least you know that your tax dollars are being used for something here. This old, whoa, look like oh man, they're gutting the old hotel. It used to be owned by some, that was the old Tegas Hotel. It's being gutted. Maybe they're being retrofitted. I think they're going to use it for homeless people. That's one of the ideas floating around here in California, is to use it for housing homeless people. And this is Caltrans work right here. So it looks like they're finally getting around to making it more than one freaking lane. In this case today, literally it is one lane. 2 lanes would be better. 3 lanes would be optimal. and they have the capacity to make this 4. So this highway 99 goes all the way from where it junctions with the 5, Interstate 5. Interstate 5 goes from the Mexican border all the way to the Canadian border. That one does travel through the whole state of California, and then Oregon, and then Washington, then you hit Canada. But you can go all the way from the Mexican border all the way to the Canadian border. That's Interstate 5. But this one branches off of the 5 right over when you get into what we call Lebec, or we call the base. We call that the grapevine, like La Cañada de las Uvas, as the Spanish called it when this state was settled by the Spanish and the Mexican settlers. And it goes all the way to Sac. And and then it catches up again with the 5 up there. And I heard it's over 200 miles. It's like a 200-mile stretch of highway. This is a long highway. We're talking about, let's make it into a federal highway. All right, but that never happened because they complained that because it's a state highway, Highway 99, some of the overpasses aren't tall enough, and under federal law, they have to be X amount height. That's one thing. Well, I hope you enjoy my trip here. You know, kind of cruising through the CV here, man. Cruising through the CV. A lot of Caltrans, man. So this is the way the government works around here. So they took off freaking probably Friday. See, I work for the government, but I work in schools. So it's a different kind of work for the government deal. But these guys, you know, they got their union too. It's like we do. But they try to milk it, man. And they were all off yesterday, all off New Year's Day, whatever. For us, we don't work, we don't get paid. That's kind of it's called a furlough. So the days that I'm not working, I'm not paid. So the days I am working, I can get extra money, overtime, things like that. And really it's a furlough because if we had to work more than 180 days ourselves as teachers, that's our calendar for our students, then they'd have to pay us more because we work 180. Well, actually my contract's 183. Two days are mine to clean up my room, whatever. One is for professional development. Pretty much we give up all our Wednesdays on that too. So, you know, here's the airport. Here's the animal shelter in Visalia, California. Here is Visalia. Now, there's pronunciation weirdness. So when I was a kid, I'll give you one. When I was a kid growing up in Los Angeles County, in the city of Los Angeles, there were fools that would say Los Angeles, which I don't know what the hell that shit is. Sorry, excuse my language. Because it's Los Angeles, or Los Angeles, simply. Los Angeles. In this Spanish, Los Angeles, la reina de Los Angeles del Río de la Porcíncula. That's the official name of the city of Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Shortened to Los Angeles. Or the city of Angels, whatever. Then there were other places like where I was with the Highway Patrols and Explorer called, we call it today Valencia, or Valencia. And those fools back in them days would call it Valencia. Kind of like, I don't know, Italianize it. But it's Valencia. That's where Magic Mountain is, Valencia. And it's kind of, that's the most commonly accepted pronunciation. And then there was a little town as you go 14 up to Lancaster. Those fools would call it, it was called Agua, I remember reading it, Agua Dulce. Those fools would call Agua Dulce. Like, no, man. We just call it Agua Dulce because, I mean, sweet water is what it means in translated. So here we have the same issue with Visalia. We say Visalia. Tulare is the same thing. I'll go back to the Visalia. So Visalia, and some people call it Visalia, which is no. After some guy named Nathan Weiss, I think is named after Visalia. Here we are on the 198. I'm going to get off in a little bit. I'm going to get off on Acres. Go in here, get some labs. Finally, after all this dreadful traffic, we get there. I think I've been live ever since I got on. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like a totally LA traffic jam where you just crawl along. There's the golf course. The guy trying to reach his golf ball. Hit it onto the freeway. Mile and a half. All right. And then by Tulare, You know, kind of like Mike Larry from the Bad Boys movies, but Tulare, or we say Tulares, or Tulare, or Tulares, the pronunciation in Spanish, because it does come from the Spanish word for the tule plant. The Tulares are these plants that would grow in the aquatic kind of marshy wetlands that we used to have around here before it was all drained out and siphoned off into the, you know, to the water system that they have here. Because our water is all groundwater, or it's all mountain water, or one of the big irrigation canals. That's the water we get, and that water stays here. It doesn't go anywhere. It goes into the ground, goes into our plants, goes into our agriculture. Not a drop leaves here unless you take it in a bottle out of here. But anyways, that is Tulare, and it's the name of our county, Tulare County. And when the Southern Pacific Railroad began or established the city of, or the town of Tulare in 1872, excuse me, still fighting a little tiny cough, they named it Tulare. So that's where we are. Ah, boy. Alright, so we are about to roll off here, get these Labadinis done. We're getting off here on Acres. Here is our adventure park. Put the sun in our eyeballs. Hopefully you enjoy it. Highway Patrol. Yeah, that's the Vidalia office. The Highway Patrol kind of functions weirdly. They don't call their office, they don't call it a station like most people would. They call it an office, and that's what they call it. So we got a Del Taco up ahead here. I'm gonna go get my labs done up ahead here. Walgreens. Maybe I'll pop into Walgreens, do a little hunt. All right, guys. Well, you don't want to wait for me while I wait. Thank you for watching. CV out. Hope you enjoyed my drive through the Tulare County, the CV.